Hello again. It's good to see you. Today I'm going to show you some things that I bought to fill 3 Salvation Army stockings that I have to fill for Christmas this year. One thing I do every year for Christmas, I donate money and time to the Salvation Army. I am a bell ringer. I also fill stockings for them for girls and boys for Christmas. And every year I try to get 3 stockings, and they look like this. This is just a simple red mesh stocking, and it has this sort of a red and white striped looped handle on it. See, it's pretty good size. And I get 3 of these. I try to get 3 every year. One that I will do, and then one each for my boys. And they'll come with a little card, and it will say on there if it's for a boy or a girl. And then you have a general age range, like maybe infant, toddler, 4 to 6 years old, 7, I think it's 4 to 6, and then 7 to 9, and then 10 to 12. Yeah, that's right. And you could pick a boy or a girl. And if they have anybody in particular who wanted a stocking, they will have the kid write down what they would like to get, if there's anything in particular that they would like to get in their stocking. This year, actually, the cards that they gave me were blank, so we could just put whatever we want in the stockings. So I actually like it better when I know what they want. I feel like, I can actually get them something, and I never know for sure if what we pick is a good thing. But this year they were blank. They didn't have anything written on them, so we just had to decide what to put in there. And they said a good rule of thumb for the monetary expense, they said to keep it around $20 per stocking and just try not to go over that. But every year we kind of do. It seems like I usually end up going over, but I don't worry about it too much. But anyway, yeah, I am a bell ringer every year for the Salvation Army. I've been doing it forever. I've been doing it for years, because they have, if you've ever seen the Salvation Army bell ringers around this time of year with the red kettle, they have them in different locations. And if they don't have volunteers to fill those spots, they have to pay people to do it. So, I'm more than happy to donate my time to help do that. So I try to do that every year. And I've already scheduled my time for this year, so I'll be doing that later. It's actually after Thanksgiving that I do that. So, but anyway, we went shopping today. My kids and I went shopping, and we got some stuff for our stockings. And the stocking that I got, my stocking was for a girl aged 10 to 12. So I don't have any girls, and I don't know any girls that age, so I had to kind of guess. I wasn't really sure what to get, and I might not have done too well. I'm not sure. Usually, it seems like I usually end up with a boy, but this year I ended up with a girl. And I usually try to pick somebody that's older, because I think those kids tend to get forgotten. I think people are more eager to fill stockings for the younger kids than for when the 10 to 12 age, 10 to 12-year-old age. I think they get forgotten a lot. So I always try to do a stocking for somebody that's a little older, but it seems like I usually get a boy. And then for my 2 kids, for my younger son, I got a boy 7 to 9, and for my older son, I got a boy 10 to 12, because I figured they would have a pretty good idea of what would be good to put in there, at least as far as things they like. It might not be something that every boy likes, but try to get them to pick stuff that they think a boy about their age would like. So I want to show you the stuff that we got, and we have our 3 stockings ready to be filled. And they look like this, and they're kind of semi-sheer. Like if I stick my hand down in there, you can kind of see my fingers a little bit. They're stretchy too, which is good. They have a little bit of stretch to them. So if you have something that's a little bit bigger, you can usually kind of shove it down in there. But I'm going to show you the stuff I bought. I have it all here in a big pile, and it's not sorted. It's just I just put it on the floor. And I'll show you what I got, and as I show it to you, I'm going to try to sort it out, so that way I'll have it ready to go in the stockings. And I'm just going to show it to you at random. the first item, I always try to get a little game of some sort, like a little travel Scrabble game or something like that. This year I got a deck of Uno cards. If you've ever played Uno, it's a simple game. It's pretty easy to learn, and it's a lot of fun. And it looks like I don't have the deck I have didn't come with this, but this deck actually comes with 3 customizable cards right there, or you can write on there anything you want. That's pretty cool. Yeah, my deck doesn't have that, so, but it's customizable wild cards. And I got this for my 10 to 12-year-old girl. I thought that would be a neat little thing. So I'm going to put her stuff right here. And I'm going to show you, this is one of the things that the boys picked out. It is a little Jeep, and this is a Matchbox Jeep. See up here. And it is an anniversary edition. And it's just this cute little Jeep. And it's kind of small, and it's the size of a typical Matchbox car. And then on the back, they show you some of the other Jeeps that are available that you can get, and it's really small. So I think this was for the 7 to 9-year-old boy. I'll put that right there. And this is not what you might typically think of to go in somebody's stocking, but this was something that one of the Salvation Army folks recommended, which is deodorant. And I know that's not a fun thing to get, but for the 10 to 12-year-olds, they kind of, recommend maybe some deodorant or toothpaste or a toothbrush or socks or something like that, because a lot of these kids may not have that, just basic supplies. So they said it would be good, just to put one little item in here like that. So I got, this is Arid extra dry solid deodorant for the 10 to 12-year-old boy. And it's not terribly big, so it's not going to take up a lot of room in their stocking. I mean, I didn't want to fill their stocking with stuff like this. I mean, I wouldn't want to just get a stocking full of toothpaste and deodorant and socks for Christmas. So it's a 2.6 ounce thing of deodorant. And they may not need it. I mean, maybe somebody else in the house can use it. It's the regular scent. Let's see what it smells like. See, there. It just smells like soap, actually. So I think actually anybody could use this. I think male or female could use this. It doesn't smell like cologne or perfume or anything. It just has a nice clean smell, kind of like soap. It really does. Kind of smell like soap. So even if the kid who gets this in their stocking doesn't want it or doesn't need it, I'd be willing to bet somebody could use it. So it's a nice little deodorant. And I'll put his stuff right here. Oh, this was cool. This is by Hot Wheels. And we just had a Ghostbuster movie come out, I think, earlier this year. And this is a little car. I have not actually seen the movie, so I don't know. I mean, this might have been something that was in the movie. I'm really not sure. Like I said, I haven't seen it. And this was a little car, and it was only $1. I was surprised. It's a neat little sports car. I think this was actually for the 10 to 12-year-old boy too. I think my older son picked that out. But look at that. It has these big wheels, like a race car. So I'll put that here. And my younger son picked this. It is a Kellogg's 1995 Chevrolet Monte Carlo mini car. You can kind of see how it looks. I'm going to turn it flat like that. And this is by Kellogg's Racing. And it's just basically just a little Matchbox car. Yeah, we're kind of heavy on the Matchbox cars. I told them to pick some other stuff, but we did end up with more than I intended to. Oh, I picked this out. I recommended this. Let me see. Okay, this is for, it's a size 8, so this would be for the 7 to 9-year-old. And it's a t-shirt, and it says, this is what an epic gamer looks like. And it's just a gray t-shirt, size 8, kids size 8. And I just thought that would be a neat little t-shirt for a boy, it was only $4.88. I thought that was pretty good. But I thought they might like to have a fun little shirt. And this one I recommended for the 10 to 12-year-old. This one is a size large 10/12. And it's a little different. It has a controller on it. And it has that digital pattern to it, kind of like Minecraft. But it's a nice blue. Look at that. It's a beautiful, beautiful blue. It's like turquoise. It's like a peacock blue. It's about the same color as my nails, actually. So this is for the older boy, and I thought they might like to have a fun little t-shirt. And then I have two of these, actually. These are Hot Wheels mystery models. Now, you don't know what's in here. You get a car and a sticker. It says right here. A car and a sticker inside the package. And they're just inside little plastic, basically just little plastic bags. And on the back, if you look at the back, you have to kind of pull this part down. You can see it shows you some of the possibilities, some of the cars that are included in the mystery models packs. So you could get any one of these, but you can't really tell by feeling it what it is. I mean, it just feels like a Hot Wheels car, so you don't know which kind you're gonna get. But I got one of each. So I got there's stuff for the girl, don't worry. For some reason this is all boy stuff. I'm gonna put these separately. Now, I'm not one to stereotype and say that only boys like this and only girls like that. I mean, God knows I grew up, for the most part, playing with stuff that boys played with, stereotypically. But I'm just trying to be realistic. You know, in general, it just seems like this is stuff that they should like. Anyway, I got stuff for the girl, too. And I actually enjoyed shopping for the girl because I never get to buy girl stuff. So it's kind of nice. Here's something. Now, I had to keep in mind, too, a 10 to 12-year-old girl, I mean, there can be a big difference between a 10-year-old girl and a 12-year-old girl. I mean, I know I changed a lot from 10 to 12. So it was kind of difficult. I mean, there were several things I thought about getting, but then I thought, I don't really know if that would be appropriate. I don't know if she would be old enough for that. But I just, tried to pick some stuff that I was pretty sure that a 10 to 12-year-old girl would like. And one of the things I picked was this. It's a lip balm, and it's EOS Evolution of Smooth, EOS. And it comes in this little pod thing here. This little kind of, I don't know. It's kind of an oval, I guess. This little thing. It is Passionfruit Lip Balm, 100% natural, 95% organic, with shea butter and jojoba oil for happy, moist, super smooth lips. So I thought this would be a nice little thing. I mean, I would like to have this. I use my C.O. Bigelow Cinnamint lip balm, but, this might be a nice change. But I thought this would be a neat little thing to put in her stocking. So that's going to go with the Uno cards. And then I have two of these. We picked two of these little Lego sets. And I was a little hesitant to get a Lego set for a 10 to 12-year-old boy, but my son is in that age range and he still plays with Legos. So, yeah, okay, sure. And they are the same, as you can see. It is a Lego City set with 64 pieces, and it's like a little, I don't know what that is, like a fireman's car, but you can make different things with it. On the back, it shows you the options that you have for the set. You can build different things with the pieces inside. Not that you can build all three at once because there aren't enough pieces, but you can build different items, one at a time with the pieces in here. It's a fire, here it is. It's a fire ATV. There, and it's very small. It says that right there. So it's a little set. I think it was only $5. If you know anything about Legos, they get very expensive very fast. If you get into, some of the bigger sets, they're over $100. So I wanted something that was inexpensive and kind of small that would fit in the stocking. So this was perfect. So we got 2 of these, one for each of the boys. And we also got 2 of these. These are card games. And it's the same card game. It's War. If you've ever played War, I always played just with a regular deck of cards, but this looked like fun. And I think they were only like $2.50 or something. But it's a game for 2 to 4 players, and it says it's an educational kids card game. I guess I guess it would help you with math. So we got 2 sets of War cards, and these are by Carta Mundi in Dallas, Texas. So it includes the rules for War and memory. So you could even use it for the a memory game, like when you lay them flat and have to remember which is which. So 2 of these, and these go here. And this I bought earlier before I got the EOS lip stuff. So I guess I went a little overboard on chapstick. I bought this about a week ago and totally forgot about it. I found it in my room when I got back from the store. I said, oh, oops. Well, this girl is going to have plenty of chapstick. But this is pretty cool. I got this because it has all these different flavors, and I loved flavored chapstick when I was a kid. I still do. The only problem was I kept licking it off my lips, and it actually made my chap lips worse. But it tasted so good. I mean, you have cherry blow pop, dots, Tootsie Roll, some sort of cotton candy, sugar daddy, and junior mints. And we didn't have all these flavors when I was a kid. My favorite was the cherry chapstick. Oh my goodness, it was so yummy. But yeah, I kept licking it off. So it just comes on this card, and it has this plastic shrink holding it on there. And so she's gonna have plenty of chapstick. But yeah, I thought it was kind of fun. Plus, if this girl's anything like my kids, she loses chapstick all the time, so it might be good to have extras, because my kids cannot keep a thing of chapstick for long. They lose it. I don't know where it goes, but it goes somewhere. As long as it doesn't end up getting washed, because then if you've ever had a tube of chapstick go through the washing machine, ugh. Now, okay, this I just picked up. I wasn't even really thinking about anybody in particular. Is Silly Putty. I loved Silly Putty as a kid. It's the craziest stuff. It bounces, and then of course you can put it on the funnies in the Sunday paper, and it will make an impression of the funnies on your Silly Putty. You just pull it flat and lay it on there and squish it down, and you get an impression on there, and it's just really cool. It says back here on the back, it says bounce it, stretch it, snap it. But I went over to the aisle where they have all the markers and colored pencils and stuff, and this was over there, and I just grabbed it. I didn't even really think of who to give it to. So I may just keep this out and then see if anybody has any extra room in their stocking, and if they do, I'll just stick it down in there. Oh, and then I have more Jeeps. This is actually my younger son's doing. He used his powers of persuasion to convince his brother that his kid needed Jeeps too, because he loves Jeeps. And we found this big Tonka Jeep, this metal Jeep. And this particular one is a special edition CJ7. And it's a little bigger than a Matchbox car. I think, oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's bigger than a Matchbox car. But it's nice, and it has lots of detail to it. And it's nice and heavy. It's not a little plastic toy. It's really nice. And this was for the 10 to 12-year-old. I remember that because this one is the Willis Jeep right here. And again, it's the Tonka Jeep. They had several different kinds, and the Willis Jeep is the one that my younger son picked. And it's a lighter green color, and it doesn't have the big old rack on the top like the other one does. But he wanted to put this one in his stocking for the 7 to 9-year-old boy. he said that anybody would like to have that Jeep. And on the back they show pictures of some of the other Jeeps that they have available. They had several different kinds, but he really liked the Willis Jeep and the other one. So this is for the 7 to 9-year-old. Oh my God, and another Jeep. These kids are going to say, seriously, what is the deal with all these Jeeps? This is a Matchbox Jeep. This one was $1. This is a 1998 Jeep Wrangler. And it's light green. It's very cute. Not super fancy, but yeah, this is for, I'm going to give it to the 10 to 12-year-old. I don't remember. I think somebody threw this in my cart. I don't remember picking this up. Yeah, I didn't pick this out. This is a 1969 Mercury Cyclone. And I don't know who put that in there. But it's a nice little light green car. At least it's not a Jeep. And so it's really cool. And apparently somebody thought it was, you know, worthy of the stocking. I'm actually going to have to keep this out because I have no idea who picked this out, so I don't know which stocking it goes in. This I love. This I am actually tempted to go back and get for myself. This is so cute. It is a pack. It's a set of socks. Look at these socks. They have desserts on them. I mean, look, we have cupcakes and donuts down here. All kinds of yummy desserts. And the socks, it's kind of hard to see, but they're shiny. They're a little sparkly. They have some metallic fabric running through there. It's not completely metallic. Parts of it. There's some metallic fabric. And then back here, it's 3 pairs of socks total. The second pair is just solid pink with gray, like a gray band up at the top. And then the third pair you can see on the back is striped. And you have all these pretty colors. You have yellow and blue and a dark pink. And I wanted to get longer socks. It seemed like, you know, I normally don't go look at girls' socks. I have no reason to. And I looked and looked and had the hardest time finding socks that weren't ankle socks. And I'm going, do girls not wear socks long enough to keep their legs warm? I mean, why in the world? I wouldn't want to wear ankle socks when it's 30 degrees outside. I had to really look to find longer socks. It was quite frustrating. But I was very happy to find these. But I was not buying ankle socks. I said, if I can't find longer socks here, I'm going to another store. This is absurd. But I'm glad I kept looking because then I found these delightful socks. I'm serious. I may go back and get me some of those dessert socks. That's just cool. So these are for the girl. And then while I was at it, I decided I would go ahead and get socks for all 3 kids. So these are for the boy at the 10 to 12-year-old. These are large socks, size 3 to 9. And they're by starter. And this is also 3 pairs. And you can see that they're different patterns. This is the one on the front. I really like these colors. You have this teal blue. And then more of a royal blue with orange. And I really like that. And here's how they look on the back. I just thought these were really neat. And then under that you have these socks, which are more of a like a charcoal gray with that same orange color. And then the final pair on the back is charcoal gray, a royal blue, and kind of a turquoise color. And they're nice and thick. And again, these are crew socks. They're longer, so they'll help keep their legs warm better than a pair of ankle socks or no-show socks would do. I just, you know, my older son is still wearing his ankle socks. I cannot get him to wear his longer socks. He just won't do it. I think he feels like it's not cool or something. I don't know. I'm not gonna harp on it too much. And then for the 7 to 9-year-old boy, I have very similar socks, and these are also by starter. These are medium size, 10 to 2.5. And I really like the lighter gray and then the 2 shades of blue. This is the first pair. And then the second pair is a little more simple. These are black and gray. It's kind of the same pattern on them. And then the last pair is a dark blue and black. And again, these are crew socks. They're all crew socks to help keep their little ankles and legs warm. At least a little bit warmer. So that's for the 7 to 9-year-old. And then I went back and forth on this, and I wasn't sure if I should get it or not. But I got this set of nail polish. It was only $4.88. I thought it was a pretty neat deal. And you have all these different colors here. You have like a dark pink and kind of metallic brown and a gold, dark green, sort of a melon color, light blue, lighter pink, it's like a pastel purple, and a darker metallic purple. And that's almost kind of a gray, like a taupe color. Not gray, yeah, more of a taupe color. Silver, and then this copper one here, which is also metallic. And these are by the Color Workshop, and they had all different sets of, they had nail polish, they had a set for different types of eyeshadow, they had a contouring set, and they were all pretty cheap. But I decided not to get any makeup. I know a lot of parents, I think if I had a 10-year-old, I would not be okay with her putting on a full face of makeup. Not that young. But I thought maybe nail polish would be okay. Because I know some parents they don't want their girl to have makeup. So I'm fine with that totally. I thought nail polish might be a little more okay. So I got that for her. And I also got this little fragrance mist. And it is, I don't know, it's like gardenia or something. It's just a little spray. It's like a little spray eau de toilette kind of thing by Bodycology. It's very small. It has a light, kind of a light floral scent to it. It's not as strong as a perfume, but I thought this would be a nice little thing to put in there for her. It's just a little bottle. It's 2 ounces, so it's not too big. And I also got her this journal, and it has a flap here that has it has a magnetized strip inside. This is by Attic Books, and it has sort of a it's not textured, but it kind of looks textured. The cover is dark gray, but I think it's made to look kind of old. It's not, though. See, it says down here at the bottom, Vintage Journal. And you open it up like this, so you can see the inside of the flap even has some detail. It's not just plain. And then here's what the pages look like. I just thought that was the neatest little journal. And it says, make sure your memories will last a lifetime. And in here you can put the dates, which is good because I have several journals or little diaries from when I was a kid, and they don't have any dates in them. But I can kind of tell by what I wrote when I wrote it. I can kind of figure out how old I was. So you can see that the pages have some nice little detail to them. And then there are these quotes in here. Well, every page doesn't have a quote. Like one says, no man is qualified for life or any of its relations or duties who fails of being benefited by the accumulating experience of the past, by Sebastian C. Adams. And, you know, every few pages there's a little quote from someone. And then they have, oh look, there's a penny farthing. How cute. It's just made to look old. I thought it was a very nice journal. So even if this girl doesn't like pink fluffy things, I think this journal would be a nice gift for anyone. I would have loved to have gotten something like this when I was that age. I would have thought that was just the greatest thing. And then, oh, you know, there was this one journal I really wanted to get. It was absolutely beautiful. The cover had this dark peacock on it, and its feathers were every shade of blue that you could imagine. It was solid blue, but it was all these different shades. It was beautiful. And it had its tail just draped down across the front of the journal. It was absolutely perfect, and that's the journal I wanted to get. But when I opened it, all the pages were black. It was like they had these lined pages, but the pages were black. I mean, unless you wrote in it, I don't even know how you could write in it where it would have shown up. I mean, the pages were completely black. If you wrote in there with any pen or pencil, it wouldn't have shown up. You would have to have one of those, well, I guess maybe one of the metallic Sharpie markers would work. But that just, I didn't want to get one where she would have to have a certain kind of marker to write in it. I mean, I actually thought about, well, just run over there and grab some Sharpie markers. But I thought, no, I want one that she can write in with anything. I don't want one that takes a special kind of pen or whatever to write in it. So I didn't get it, and I was really bummed out because I really wanted to get it. And I also got her, along the lines of the 10 to 12-year-old boy, I got a small container of deodorant. And this is Lady Speed Stick, Invisible Dry Power, Freshness Morning to Night, and it's Spring Blossom Scent. I didn't smell it beforehand. Sorry. Can't really smell it. See, it has that cover on it. I don't know. I'm not sure what it smells like. I'm sure it smells fine. But it's a small little container of deodorant. And again, I didn't want to fill up their stockings with all stuff like this, but I did at least want to get them one little thing of deodorant. And I got them all some socks. And so, I mean, I tried to pick stuff that I thought they would like, but also stuff that they could use. So I get this little thing of deodorant. And that is it. That's everything. So I hope they like what we got. And what I will do, I will take all my items and put them in the stockings, and then I take the little paper that they gave me with the name, the gender and the age, and I staple it to the top of the stocking, and then I return it. So and that will be that. So I hope they like what I got them, or what my kids and I got them. And we'll get ready and do it again next year. So I hope you enjoyed seeing my items that we bought, and I hope to see you again really soon. And I hope that you're having a good weekend and getting ready for the holidays. And I hope to have you back, because I do plan on doing a couple Christmas videos, maybe something for Thanksgiving, something like that. I'm going to wrap some presents here really soon. I have to wrap some presents. I'm putting up my tree the weekend after Thanksgiving, which is when I always do it. I have presents stashed all over this apartment, and my kids are going to start finding them. I have got to start wrapping them so I can get them out of hiding and put them out. So I'm going to be making at least one gift wrapping video, because I have got to wrap some presents. So I hope to see you for that, and I hope you have a wonderful day.